Hey, Saddleback San Clemente, Pastor Eric here. And I wanted to start off by saying this. I miss you guys. I really do. And I just want you to know that the Saddleback staff, myself, we've been praying for you and we all miss you so much. I also wanted to share something with you that's exciting is that, our campus, Saddleback San Clemente, we are active. Things are happening here. God is moving in very big ways at Saddleback San Clemente. But so for today, though, what I wanted to do is I wanted to connect with someone that I love, someone that you love. And that is our one-on-one pastor, Jeff Tysor. We're going to have a little conversation today about a few things, about small groups, a little bit about baptism. But we're going to kind of create this new format to give you guys a little bit more insight as to what's going on at the campus. So I'll be talking to our worship pastor, our kids pastor, our students pastor along the way. So for today, Jeff, what's up, man?
What's going on? Yeah, it's another busy day. Even though we're not actually meeting as a church, right? We're still doing church, and in fact, we're probably busier than we've ever been. This morning we've got food pantry, so I'm here this morning. I'll be out there praying with people and just encouraging all those volunteers. So exciting time to be
Awesome.
part of Saddleback.
Absolutely, man. So, I mean, aside from all the other things that are, our campus is really, I mean, like I said before, active in the community. We're feeding thousands of people in the community. But your role, I mean, I think maybe some people might assume like, well, COVID-19 has shut down church, and that's simply not the truth. You are active with small groups. So do you have any updates, any advice or any information you want to give us about small groups right now?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think a lot of our groups have kind of really grown and learned some new technology and just new ways to still connect and to still meet. But I think it's always good as we talk about small groups, just a good reminder of kind of the purpose of our small groups. The weekend service, the Sunday service, we're still doing that all online, but really the purpose of our weekend is to really expose people to Jesus, to really introduce, the five biblical purposes. We're a purpose-driven church, so kind of introducing people to that as well. And then we have our class system, and again, that's where we actually get to explain in more detail all those purposes. But a lot of that's really just kind of head knowledge and a way for us to get a lot of information. The real growth happens in a small group. We go back to the early church back in Acts, where they met in temple courts, but also house to house. And they met during the week, and that's where they really grew closer to Jesus. So that's our model, that's our example. So small groups are really vital, and we found during this COVID-19 pandemic, small groups are really, 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 really important because that's really our church. That's maybe we have 3 or 4 people, maybe you got a couple different couples that you're meeting with, but that's who you're doing church with, that's who you're doing life with, and that's really where you get to experience your relationship to Jesus, because it's an active thing, and it's a place where in a small group you get to actually have some accountability. You get to have somebody pray over you if you're struggling. It's not going to be necessarily me or Pastor Eric that's going to come to your house. It's
Right.
going to be your small group. They're going to be there for you. They're going to pray for you. They're going to help you. They're going to encourage you. So that's really kind of the purpose and the goal of our
Good.
small groups.
It's
And
good.
again, our small groups, they're still meeting. So I know, for the summer, maybe things are looking different. I know a lot of our groups, I would say, and Pastor Rick kind of talked about it last week, but fatigue. I don't know, what is this, week 18?
Seriously, man. Yes.
It's been a while. So
I
I know a
know.
lot of groups are maybe feeling tired, or maybe they've been meeting on Zoom and they just need a break. And you know what? That's okay during this summer. If your group, you need to pause for a moment, that's okay. But I would encourage you to stay connected. This would be a great opportunity for you to really get to know everyone in your group. So maybe
Good.
this is a chance to do one-on-one conversations. If you feel comfortable doing some social distance beach hangs or going down to Bear Coves, whatever it is, just again, kind of those one-on-one connections, but really ramp up. So that way in the fall, we'll get going. We've got some really exciting curriculum that's being developed for the fall time. But, this summer, guys, give yourself some grace. If you need a break, that's great. But if you need connection, if you need fellowship, and reach out to your small group. You have hopefully you have their phone number, text them, whatever it is. But at least stay connected in your groups.
And Jeff, let me piggyback on that a little bit. So I love what you're saying. And it makes a lot of sense, 100%, man. Especially this summertime, I think it's just kind of the typical rhythm of a small group. I know it's the same for ours as well. When we think though about kind of the different aspects of a small group, you also have a small group host, I don't want to that kind of I don't know how much details you could give us right now, but I know that you're kind of in the sense working in the background on some trainings, maybe for some hosts during this summertime as well. Is that true?
Yeah, I'm going to be working on updating some video training. It's called leadership training. There's going to be there's leadership training 1, leadership training 2, and we've already there's some video curriculum out there, but it's
Yeah.
it's a couple hours long, so it might be much. So I'm going to be re-recording that in a condensed version, just so that way all of our groups can kind of be on the same page. Because really the goal of each of our groups is that we are a balanced group in all the purposes. We're not just doing Bible study. We're not just hanging out and fellowshipping. No, we're to be worshiping. We're to be be ministry minded and also to be mission driven as well. So it's getting our groups balanced in that sense. And then really in our own lives, right? We want to also be doing ministry, mission, worship. We want to also be living a purpose driven life. So that's kind of the goal of the groups, and that training is going to help to kind of enhance that and really make sure that we all are kind of on the same page. So it'll be really good.
It's good, man. I love that. And I love how you talked about the balancing of the 5 purposes. I love that aspect of our church, because I mean, it's more than just a weekend service, as you stated early on. Also, in the life of a small group, we talked about, so you balance the 5 purposes, and one is serving, right?
Yeah.
We could serve individually and we could serve as a group. Do you want to just give a quick little plug about a serving opportunity, even that relates to is it called the Grocery Distribution Center?
Grocery Distribution Center.
Yeah.
So we've got tons of opportunities, not only at our campus, but, there's huge ones going on, all these pop-ups all over. So it's a great opportunity for you as a group. If you actually come and serve together, you're actually, doing fellowship. You're doing some ministry, because we do have a lot of our, there's church members that come and we get to minister to our church members. But then there's also evangelism. I mean, if that's something that your group really needs some help in, you can stand out there. I'm going to be doing, praying over people as they come and asking them questions. And some of them that don't know Jesus, I get to share the gospel with them. And it's just a great opportunity for you as a small group. Yeah, you can actually help and share Christ with people, and maybe actually increase the kingdom of God by getting somebody saved, which would be awesome. So a great opportunity to kind of balance those purposes out right here every Wednesday, which is today we're doing it. So I'd love for small groups to get involved in that.
Oh, man, I love it. All right. Well, you could probably talk for hours because you do a lot at this campus, but I would love for you to talk about one more small thing. And it's not a small thing. It's a great opportunity, but you also lead baptism ministry at our church. And, we've had some freedoms in that area right now. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely are not stopping our baptisms. They look a little bit different. A socially distanced baptism it does look a little different, where it's not going to be myself or Pastor Eric actually, touching somebody and putting them back into the water. But we are there. We have a whole process, and it can still be a very powerful moment. So we've got opportunities coming up at the beach. We had one in June, and it was actually a really powerful moment. We had someone that I had baptized. I baptized her and her son before the pandemic. And then her husband, I've been connecting with him, and he's like, man, I want to get baptized too. And so they showed up at the beach, and, she was able to go out in the water with him and just kind of hold his hand, and they kind of went under together. So she was able to baptize him. And again, I was right there 6 feet away. But so we definitely have opportunities for you. Maybe if you have, one of your kids or a student that wants to get baptized, we'll have opportunity again in July and in August at the beach. But also, if you want to do it, you can email me directly and we can set up a time to do that.
Good.
And the nice thing is we still got class going on, and in class 101 we do cover in detail baptism, and so we'll have opportunities for all those people coming out of class 101 to get baptized as well.
It's awesome, man. Well, I really thank you for your time today, Jeff. I know you're going to be jumping down there to the food distribution center or grocery distribution center in just a few minutes. And I just wanted to let you guys know that, once again, we as your staff, I'm your campus pastor. I mean, I just want you to know that if you have any questions, comments, concerns, if you ever want to talk, like Pastor Jeff said, you can email me, call me, email Pastor Jeff, anybody on the staff. Like I said, we're very active right now. I feel like we're more active now, even when the doors were technically open on the weekend. So, guys, this is a moment for you to get involved on some level if you have the ability. But once again, do what feels comfortable for you during this moment. But above all, we love you and we are praying for you. Pastor Jeff, have a great day, man. Thanks for being here.
All right. And guys, just last thing. Hey, make sure you're staying connected. Stay connected to Jesus and then stay connected to others through your small group. That's why I'm the Connections Pastor. Thanks, guys.
Bye, Jeff.
Bye.